Joe, I see 3. Maybe I hear a 4th goblin and a fire.
Are you yelling to me 25 feet away and also in the direction of where they are?
Oh, no, I'm whispering.
Are you signaling me to do anything, or are you? Cause I don't know. I can only see you down there. If I see you moving close, I'll keep moving in to get closer to you.
Alright, I'll do a hand movement. Moving closer.
Alright, I see the signal, and I move myself forward to cover him closer.
I'll talk as loud in the mumble as my character is, trust me.
Okay.
Let's see, how far are these guys away? 50 feet, so... They're around... I see 3 around a fire. I think I might hear a 4th.
It's awfully difficult for them to hear you over the sound of the wind blowing through the mountains, and it's awfully difficult for the two of you to communicate via whispers for same reasons.
I see his hand holding up 3 fingers and wavering with a 4th finger up and get the idea that maybe he sees 3 enemies within and possibly 4. I keep my eye on him and make sure that I keep him within my eyesight regardless of where he moves to.
All right, Dave, I need you to please give me another D20 roll. It's all right. All right, Dave, as you're walking along, you can hear the orcs in there. They're clearly arguing about something. Suddenly, as you approach the place where you're at now, what was just a little bit of feces on the ground and miscellaneous refuse, you accidentally kick something that makes something else tumble, and a small pile of rubble shifts off the feces pile that you were attempting to avoid, and 2 of the goblins are alerted to your presence. They turn and see you. You have 6 seconds to tell me what you do.
I'm gonna run off to the south side of the cave. Dash off as I can.
All right, you dash off, and you hear the goblins suddenly get much louder and start barking and communicating stories, something back and forth with each other.
I'm going to yell to the drow to get ready.
Seeing Zeke move forward, I take a more strategic move to get closer to him and keep him in range.
I can't see him. Okay.
Do you two see enough of your environment right now?
I can still see him in the pile, but I can't really see what's behind it.
All right, gentlemen. At this point, I'd like you all to roll initiative. You were successful in getting away from their line of sight to avoid any spontaneous attack by them, Dave, with Sieg, but why don't you go ahead and give me a D20 roll?
Noise.
Mansa, did you roll also?
Yeah, I rolled at 16.
Hold on, I'm sorry about that, because if I don't, I'm just using the dice, and
He rolled an 18, I was 16.
Excellent. Now I'm going to make a couple die rolls. Well, I'm going to use that turn. Did you see that turn order thing that I was popping up and closing?
I didn't see anything in it.
Saw
I saw the box.
Okay. Well, I haven't quite figured it out yet, so... Alright, but you guys, let me see here. I'm writing them down then. Dave, you had a... What was it again? An 18? And Mance had a 16? Alright, that being the case then, Dave, you get to go first. You're the first one to act in this round.
Can I take a second to go to the bathroom?
You may. Mansa, would you like to do anything before we start fighting these guys?
Not really.
Okay. Then as these guys become agitated at the sight of somebody near their goblin abode, they begin to spring into action before realizing that Zeke the warrior has whipped out his biological unit and is taking a whiz on the side of the wall.
Oh, man.
And they are taken aback. What is it? What is this human doing?
Yeah, what method of combat is this?
And they grow increasingly agitated at the fact that he's peeing near their poop pile.
Yeah, the nerve of them. And Maverick looks at the trolls and goes, I know, right? What would it take to light? Well, I guess I'd have to have fire first of all.
All right, I like where this is going.
I don't have any fire.
I know we're in timeout, and you really shouldn't be allowed to make plans on how we're gonna fight.
Okay, I'll let
letting him go to the bathroom after revealing what the problem was gonna be. I can just totally see Dave now. He's going back and he's checking out his rule books. All right, goblins. Oh, they're highly susceptible to this. Okay, I mysteriously pull out the exact thing I need.
Mm-hmm.
Not that he would do that.
Oh, Dave? No, of course not.
All right, I'm here.
Alrighty. No Dave.
No Dave yet, huh?
Mm-hmm. Must have to take a shit.
I know. It's my own fault for putting an image of fecal matter up on the screen. It reminded him of it.
I have to go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
Apparently I whipped it out all over the wall of the cave.
Yep. That's exactly what you did.
As I was leaving.
Yep. Well, you spring around the corner. I mean, think about it, dude. They see you and they're like, oh, there's a human. And you don't know what they said in Gruntish Orc or Goblin. They're like, oh, there's a human. Oh, look at that little son of a bitch. He's trying to... He's peeing on our wall. That's our shit. He's not supposed to be peeing on our shit.
I'll pee all over your shit.
All right. And we created an initiative order. And Zeeg is first to act. They are starting to charge out of the cave at you. Merrick, you can tell that some of them see you, but not all of them. You are partially concealed in the trees. Are you actively hiding?
Yes, I am.
Am I capable of charging in all the way to get to one of them?
What does your movement say on your character sheet? I'll tell you it says 20 feet.
Okay, so no.
Yeah, we're not going to get into doubling your speed because of all that fancy stuff yet. Taking it slow until we get combat under control. That'll be the next thing we add.
I'm going to seek a distracting position, seeing the Dro hiding. I'm going to bring myself out into the open to lure the goblins out, but far enough away that they can't quite make it to me.
Okay.
Before the Dro can loose some arrows.
Okay. So what I'm getting is that you're going to move and try to distract all the goblins from looking at your elf friend who's attempting to hide in the bushes. And, all right, so you make some distracting sounds, I take it? Or just going to go running over there to try and, hey, I'm here.
I already pissed on their wall. I think I have their attention.
Okay. All right, if that's the way you're going to be about it.
come at me, goblins.
Come at me, goblins. All right.
Range of my arrows the same as my movement?
No, the range of your longbow is up to 100 feet.
Ooh. Nice.
It's funny watching you measure it out like,
No, I'm not going to go all the way through there because I can't even see all the way in there.
All right. All right, Dave, after you do that, you see some of the goblins advancing straight at you. These two come running around the corner. They're clearly both looking directly at you. Neither one of them seems to be interested in anything other than making sure that you pay for peeing on their wall. Whoops.
Wall peer.
Stand by. This is not what you saw. You see this guy come running from behind a corner that you can barely make out from within the cave. Merrick,
yeah.
I understand you are actively hiding. So you are hiding. That was from the last round. Are you going to do anything now that you see these two goblins charging out?
Yes.
What would you like to do?
I would like to take a shot at the lower part of, on the south side of that pile of shite. And make an attempt to cause it to like slide over and block the exit that the goblins are heading towards.
This pile of shite?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, the pile of shite is only knee-high. I'm just going to give you a little extra, so in case I didn't make it clear before. It's knee-high.
Knee-high.
And these goblins, to them, it's knee-high as well. If you were to shoot and dislodge a pile of fecal matter, it would not...
Can I retract that movement?
You may. I'm just giving you some wisdom.
I got you, though. When you said it was knee-high, it doesn't make sense not to high. Alright, well, right now I'm standing and waiting to see what Zeke's next move is, or if and when the goblins appear, because I still don't see them. I hear them grumbling and the noises are growing louder, but I'm just standing by.
Understood. As you're standing by, you see another goblin running from beyond your line of sight into your line of sight. He is looking directly at Zeeg. And you also see another goblin from the back of the cave begin to run forward as well. And you see an especially large goblin. In fact, you recognize him instantly. He is the one that first broke into the Mountainside Inn. You recognize him specifically because he's holding that big stick that he was attacking you with last time. Notes, these guys, out of character guys, all of these are the same, what's the word I'm looking for? The same model.
Yeah.
But this one is particularly large, and you can tell quite easily that he is the leader of the group.
Mm-hmm. Kind of figured that without exactly knowing it yet.
5.5 foot stick right there.
Is that a stick, or is he just happy to see us?
Oh boy.
Real happy.
Zeeg, it is your turn to act.
So earlier, I checked to see the distance to the first goblin to start the bloodbath.
Oh, Operation Bloodbath, huh?
Straightforward.
I'm gonna throw my dagger at the first goblin in hopes to slow them down a little bit, make them think twice about completely storming out.
All right, just so I'm clear, you're throwing your only dagger at the first guy.
Right. Yep.
All right. Would you care to roll your d20 to see if you hit? And do you know your modifiers off the top of your head?
+1 for missile.
All right. Throwing a dagger in there. Well, unfortunately, it sails past his head and clanks off the wall before settling at his feet some distance behind him. All right. So that's where your dagger is. And as it goes flying past him... Whoops, pardon me, I moved the shit pile. That's the wrong thing. It suddenly comes to life and attacks you.
Shit pile monster.
DTS.
We're out of here. We're running back to them. Man,
There's a
I'm
special...
not fighting this shit pile monster.
Oh my gosh.
Homofecalitis.
Alright, let me get this guy. Sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4. Slowed slightly as he progresses over the knee-high shit pile. Inanimate shit pile. His buddy comes running up as well and is about to cross the shit pile. Again. Yep.
I struck fear in the heart of the ship pile.
Oh boy. I've got to get these layers worked out. Sorry about that, guys. Okay, so those guys run forward. Double checking my line of... Oh, it's Mansa. None of these gentlemen seem to see you yet. I'll remind you that you can see that guy just fine without crossing your buddy.
Okay.
I'm not implying you do that. I'm just... There won't be a need to take any particular precise shot over his shoulder. Dave, are you doing that?
That was me.
No, I was trying to do the thingy. I'm gonna just, point at this guy over here real quick. Because I remember the last time the Dro tried to shoot over my shoulder, and I just want to make sure that doesn't happen again. Pointing.
So, Merrick, as you draw back your bow, you see Zeeg look over his shoulder and kind of indicate with his eyebrows that you should shoot somewhere else. That's some excellent teamwork, you two. We'll give Dave right now an extra +20 experience points for being so creative.
Not sure what Dave's pointing at, what Zeeg is pointing at. I raise my bow and aim it at the goblin just leaving the shit pile, and take a shot at him anyway.
Right on.
What am I rolling?
You are rolling a d20. Quickly, you pull from your quiver one of your remaining...
Sorry, Zeeg. Probably got it.
Seeing the drill quiver with his arrow, I will expend whatever rage I have to jump out of the way or whatever, out of turn.
You're fine.
Thank God.
Yeah, he had pretty decent line of sight. I'm going to measure it from the corner, any corner of the square you're on, to any corner of the square the critter's in. So I think you're all right. That is funny. All right, man. So you pull from your quiver one of your remaining 13 arrows. You are down now to 12, and loose it. Unfortunately, you were not particularly focused on the task, not caring and being somewhat indifferent to the well-being of your companion still. And you let it loose, and it skips at the foot of the goblin before lodging into the fecal matter mound. The good news is you can tell you could recover the arrow and use it again. The big goblin barks out some orders, pointing still at Zeeg's character, and the goblins nearest him react accordingly. Pardon me, shit pile.
Shit pile reacts accordingly.
I'm gonna just scoot these guys over here, so I need to get past the ship pile. I should put him on another layer, but I'm not sure how to do that. Hold on.
Is there a way to lock it down?
Yeah, there probably is. Alright, so they're all kind of avoiding the shit pile as well, because they don't want to have to muck through it. They feel that they might be slowed down in their attempts to attack you. Possibly that's what the big bully goblin was yelling at them. Don't waste time going through the shit pile. The shit pile won't like it, and he will run away.
Our magic shit pile wall.
That's right. Behold the magic shit pile. That's how I was able to hear you, dude. It totally made those sounds to alert them to your presence.
That's the good stuff.
Master Goblin, it is I, your shit pile. There are intruders pissing on the wall.
Oh boy. we can't be having that. That's our shit pile. Let's go show them what for. Zeeg, it is your turn to act.
Seeing that we are outnumbered, I think the only way to pull through this is if I... Oops, shit, wrong. Damn it. How do I undo that if I do that by accident?
I can't undo anything without removing all layers, and I can't do that right now. You're just going to have to live with the fact that you used your tool.
Oops.
No,
I got this. I got this.
I can do this.
Whatever.
Yeah, it's messing with everything all at once.
Whatever. I can dash in. That's less than 20.
Yep.
Oh boy.
So
I'm going to take a mighty two-handed swing.
Yes.
Of my sword at the goblin, and I will expend rage to increase the damage because we're about to be outnumbered quickly. Oh, I'm going to move a little bit this way.
Don't worry, I had you covered.
Alright, so you're expending rage. What is the ability you're using? I forget the name of it.
Let me double check.
You just happen to know that it does something.
Let's see. Convert rage abilities. Enraged offense. Attack bonus.
Increases your attack bonus by your level divided by 2, so that's 1. So your attack bonus will be +1 to your die roll. In addition, it will increase your critical range by 1.
By another 1.
Right, so you will crit this character if you roll an 18 or better, naturally, on your die. It will be a successful hit, and it'll be a critical. If you do not roll that, you get at least a +1 to your attack bonus, which is your weapon, plus your melee, so you are 3 + 4. I will not tell you what you need to hit this, gentleman.
So I have to roll the 20, then the 10?
No, just... What do you mean?
Because it's a D10 for the weapon, two-handed.
That's damage if you hit. So your first act is to roll a D20. You have to achieve a certain score on your D20.
18.
An 18 is successful, and it is in your critical range. That is correct. Your weapon does what type of damage?
Melee damage. 1d10. So do I roll a d10?
Correct.
Oh, there we go.
That's a good roll. So how much? And it's a crit, so it does 16 points of damage. You crush the critter's skull in.
Yes, I do.
Not even a problem. Oh, it's a sword. Yeah, it's a bastard sword. You slice straight through from ear to ear, and the top of his head slides back, revealing his navel cavity, and he slumps to the ground. All right, that guy's dead. Huzzah, good job. But that doesn't stop this guy from attacking you in turn. Not that guy.
Not my shit, not my problem.
Not my
I always say.
Damn shit monster's scurrying about.
All right, this guy comes running at you after seeing you fall his brethren. He lifts his mighty twig, not nearly 5 feet across, but a good 3 feet to be sure, and swings upon you. You easily sidestep it, and he misses. It's now Merrick's turn.
All right, just as Zeke sidesteps him, I roll to the left 2 feet. This thing, hold on. I roll to the left 2 feet, readying an arrow at the same time, and I fire at the newly offending goblin.
Please indicate the newly offending goblin by pinging my map. Interesting. Will you be utilizing any special abilities at this time?
No, just firing at his ass.
Very well.
Low roll.
You'll be shooting an arrow. You'll be down one more arrow, so you'll only have 11 left after this.
Okay, until I retrieve the ones that are stuck in the shit pile.
Correct.
Ha!
Boom. Hey, just like that, you also get a critical. Zeke, as you dodge the critter who swung his 3-foot branch at you, you bring your back parallel to the ground as the mace, we'll call it a mace, but it's really a piece of wood, comes swinging past you. Laughing silently as you prepare to think of your next move, you see an arrow whiz across your chest, clearly perfectly timed for your dodge, lodging itself straight in the eye of the goblin, passing halfway through, and the goblin slumps to the ground dead.
Good shot. Wait, did Merrick roll his damage?
He did not. Merrick, would you like to see how much you killed this guy by?
How much I killed him by?
Let me bring that up.
D10?
The longbow is a 1d8, but it has the 3 times crit multiplier.
So what does that mean?
It means you roll an 8-sided die.
You have to roll a 1 to not kill this goblin.
Yeah.
I roll an 8-sided die?
Correct.
What's an 8-sided die?
All right, open up
So go to your die menu, and then you'll see at the very top basic rolls, D4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 20.
Yeah.
Just hit the 8.
The D8.
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
No fucking way.
Way. I know, right?
What?
Man, so there's good news and bad news. The bad news is that 1 is pretty weak.
Him, but not by that much.
Yeah, you killed him, but not as explosively as we would have thought.
Yeah.
His head did not explode on impact. You just lodged an arrow in his eye, and he stood there dumbfounded like Curly from the Three Stooges.
So wait.